Hi everybody, welcome back to this San Diego Bass Fishing Podcast. This is your host, Bruce Smith, and we're gonna have on Pete Rodents today, Reckless Rodents, and looking forward to this. He's gonna talk about the rat fishing and his rats, and San Diego. I think we're gonna talk about the San Diego River and then the Colorado River. He moved to Yuma. So he's got some stuff going on down there. He's got some different baits. He doesn't just do rats. He's got some other glide baits and whatnot. Of course, the big news here in San Diego is the drafting of water out of El Capitan. And I was going to go ahead and just read the letters or whatever, but you can do that. I don't need to rehash that over. I'm trying to go forward with this. This was a big week. Huge, since the last time we've been on here last week, we reported that we had heard that they were drafting El Cap, and which we knew they were drafting El Cap. That was not a secret, but then we plowed into it. We, as in Rob McGargle, Tom Lowry, Friends of Lakes. They jumped into it. They made some phone calls, got the real story, got some concrete evidence and text messages and emails and included in emails and this and that. And yeah, they're going to draft El Cap down to below the launch ramp. They say they don't know how far they're going to draft El Capitan Reservoir, but it's definitely going to be below the launch ramp. Now, some people are like, oh, the launch ramp is still 25 feet out. It's still 25 feet. No, it is 25 feet. There's still a lot of launch ramp underneath the water. But the thing is El Capitan launch ramp is like this, and then it flattens out like this. So we still need 4 feet of water on it to launch a boat off the end of it. It's still got to be 4 feet high above the launch ramp to launch a boat. There's going to be a point in time where we're not going to be able to. And anyway, the big question is, obviously, whatever. So the big question is how much longer are we going to be able to fish El Cap with our boats? And that's an important point too. Is the with our boats. How much longer are we going to be able to launch it at El Cap? And Sutherland, for this matter. And everybody's just guessing. We don't know, because they had been drafting El Cap for a while, and it had been going down about a foot a week. And I'm here, I'm just reporting this stuff, and I'm reporting what I see. I was there today. I was there yesterday. I was there on Friday. I was there on Tuesday last week. This is what I see. It had been coming down. When it got reported, which was kind of weird, it's kind of weird coincidence. When it got reported that they were drafting, like it was public knowledge that they were drafting, in my opinion, from yesterday to today, I think they're drafting faster now. I think they just opened the fucking valve. Pardon my French. I couldn't believe how much it went down overnight. So this is Tuesday. I was there yesterday with a guy. I was guiding a gentleman from Wisconsin. And we had good fishing. We got there a little late and whatever. And we had good fishing. So I went back today, and just overnight, it was down 6 inches. It was down 6 inches overnight from yesterday. Not a foot. I mean, it was like a foot a week. It was coming down like a foot a week there for a while, for a long time. Okay. Yesterday, between Monday and Tuesday, it came down 6 inches. I was like, whoa! I got there this morning, and I'm fishing certain rocks and stuff, and I'm all, that was in the water yesterday. I was fishing that, and so now Now I think I think the cat's out of the bag and they're just like, woo, they just open the valve. That's my opinion. That's what I'm seeing. So people are asking, when they were draining it, when they were drafting at a foot a week, I was like, oh yeah, we're good for 5 weeks. At this point, the way they're pulling water, and I guess they're pulling it into Lake Murray, or maybe Jennings, or wherever Mount Helix goes. I think they're selling it to Mount Helix. Or it just goes, it goes straight from the treatment plant to the houses. It's not gonna be 5 weeks. It's gonna be like 2 weeks. I think we're gonna go see it in 2 weeks. That's my guess. And I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm guessing. If it continues on this, if it continues 4 inches a day, no, it's 2 weeks. She's gone. And she ain't gonna be back until January. Now, so what I said earlier was that that we can launch our boats. I made that comment. This is how long we can launch our boats for. Now, El Cap's not going to close. It's not going to close. They'll draft it down to wherever they're going to draft it down to. They could draft it down to Deadpool. They might. It's their prerogative. The water authority, city of San Diego. They might do that. They might drift it down to Deadpool. Who knows? But it has been below the launch ramp before, when is it, 2014? You can look back on Google Earth and scan back through the years, and you can see where the launch ramp's out of the water. I remember when the launch ramp was out of the water. We were only allowed to launch float tubes and kayaks, which is the deal. The lake will be open. You will be able to launch float tubes and kayaks, and I'm assuming car toppers, as long as it doesn't require I don't know about the whole trailer situation. Just like Barrett or Hodges, you can launch car toppers there, drag them a little ways, pull them out of the bed of your truck. Me, personally, I'm thinking about putting together a 10-foot aluminum, putting a trolling motor on it, and some lithium batteries, and going for it. But that's me. So the kayak and float tubers are going to have a heyday, and so that'll still be viable for those guys, but not for launching. Now, the other thing I mentioned was Sutherland Lake, and Sutherland Lake is on the chopping block next. So when they're done with drafting Cap, and they'll probably start drafting Sutherland before that. They'll start drafting Sutherland, and I remember Sutherland too. Back in that same time frame of 2014, it was way below the launch ramp, and it's happened several times in the past 20 years or whatever that it's been below the launch ramp. So this is actually not a new thing for Sutherland. Sutherland's always been the neglected lake of the whole chain. It's just it just holds water, which is basically what Cap is. It's just a big Sutherland at this point, because they don't put water in Sutherland. Anyway, I could go rambling on about this, but Sutherland's next. They're going to pull Sutherland down. They may pull that down to Deadpool. Who knows how far they're going to pull it. But as long as it's free water, another thing is they'll be able to pull it down to the point of where the water is not good anymore, like it's toxic. It takes too much to clean the water, too much effort, too much money to clean the water, to where they could buy clean water at a cheaper price from Northern California. I don't know why they don't buy it from Colorado River anymore. That's above my pay grade. But as far as I know, they buy it from Northern California, same as Diamond Valley and Skinner at this point. So that's it. That's the big news. That is the biggest news of San Diego right now. As far as fishing goes, on to bigger and better subjects. Man, the fishing's good. Fishing is good. We had National Bass West this past weekend, Saturday, And congratulations to the dream team of Jake Evans and Jackson Polachek. They came back, got in the boat together again, and won the tournament at El Capitan National Bass West. Congratulations, you guys. They had a little over 20 pounds. Then there was a couple 19-pound bags, some 18-pound bags. Brenner and Bryce took first place in the sportsman's division, which, if you don't know Brenner and Bryce, they are two juniors from the junior club, and they had like an 18-pound bag. So congratulations to those guys. We had the juniors tournament, SoCal Juniors at Otay, and Hunter Meyer, Nick and Victoria's son, 14-year-old, he's in 8th grade. He won the juniors tournament at Lower Otay, 18.9, I want to say 0.98, 0.93 pound bag, huge bag. He won it by 3.5 pounds, 3.6 pounds over second place. Congratulations to all those kids. You guys, it was a great Sunday of fishing at Lower Otay for the kids, man. There was so much fish. I think there was only maybe a handful of kids out of the 40 that didn't catch 5 fish and didn't weigh in 5 fish, I'd say. Everybody had 5 fish limits. It was a great day, good weather. Everybody was running around, catching fish. There were some big fish caught, big, like I think the big fish for the tournament was 4.5 pounds or something, but great day. My daughter Ava, she took 4th place. Super proud of Ava. So she has a 5th place and a 4th place in the first 2 tournaments, first 2 points tournaments, which is, I can't say if where she's standing in the Angler of the Year so far. It's only 2 tournaments out of, I believe, 4 or 5 tournaments for the juniors, but she's up there. We're just gonna leave it at that. We'll confirm later when Sean comes out with the Angler of the Year points. And I got to send this to Pete Rodents here. On a side note, the San Diego Bassmasters were out at San Vicente. That was another great tournament. A lot of fish were caught. It took 15.29 pounds to win out at San Vicente. A lot of small fish, obviously, a lot of 2-pounders, a lot of 2.5-pounders. There was a lot of 8, 9, 10 pound limits, but everybody caught a ton of fish. It's good fishing out there. So, so that's it. Let's send this over to Pete, and we'll get talking about some rats.